If your hips have been feeling tight, stiff, and just not moving the way they used to, this practice is for you. In midlife, our tissues can lose hydration, which will make our hips feel cranky, uncomfortable, rigid. So today, instead of focusing on deep stretching, we will be focusing on a different kind of movement that helps us create glide, lubrication, hydration to the hip tissues. You will only need a bolster. It could be also a cushion from your couch, a couple of stack of pillows. And if you want to try one variation of a little frog inversion with the strap and the bolster, you will also need a yoga strap that has a buckle, basically anything that helps you create a loop. We will need that loop. So your hips should feel more open, softer after this practice. Let me know how it goes and let's begin. We will begin this practice by bringing our bolster or a couch cushion or a stack of pillows under your hips. So lifting the hips up like you're coming into the bridge pose, and just slide your prop right underneath your hips. And let's just settle in here for a moment, softening the breath, relaxing back body into the ground, into the bolster. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths, inhale and exhale. Letting the air travel through the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest, nourishing breath in. And then soft, slow exhale out, emptying out chest, rib cage, belly. Let's take a few more rounds of this nice, nourishing breath. Inhale and exhale. And then start drawing your attention to the area of your lower belly, pelvis, feeling it's relaxing, getting more and more comfortable. Relax it into the fabric of the bolster. Feel fully supported under your hips. And then from here, we'll start bringing our knees one at a time towards the chest. Adjust wherever you feel you need a little adjustment. We'll begin with some hip circles, letting your hands land on your knees. Let's circle the knees in opposite directions, drawing them wide away from you, closer towards you. Nice deep breaths as we go. Going one way, and I will change the direction of those hip circles, taking them the other way. And then maybe for a moment, just hug both knees into the chest and let yourself gently rock from left to right. And then one foot at a time, lower yourself back down into that supported bridge pose. Walk your soles of the feet closer together so your knees open like a butterfly. We're just gonna let them flutter up and down like the wings of the butterfly, gently bringing the knees up, lowering them down, bringing them up and lowering them down. Moving at your own perfect pace. Let your body guide you here. How does it feel? Where do you want to linger a little longer? Maybe you want to open those knees for a moment and just stay here. Focusing again on relaxing the pelvis, relaxing your upper body, shoulders away from your ears, soften your face, relax your forehead, muscles around the eyes, relax your jaw. Let everything soften. And after a few breaths or minutes here, you can start bringing your feet towards you. And let's see if we can maybe hold on to the feet, the ankles, still keeping those knees open. And just let yourself gently, again, rock from side to side on the bolster. And then we'll go into the happy baby pose. We'll bring the outside hands to the outsides of your feet, drawing your knees into the armpits and your thighs towards the side of the body. You can always hold behind your thighs as well if that feels more comfortable. Just make sure you don't strain your upper body and your neck. That should feel really nice and comfortable here. And take a couple of gentle movements, see if that feels good. You can come to stillness. And again, you can hold here for a few breaths or a few minutes, coming into more of a yin variation of the posture. And then eventually when you're ready, we're gonna straighten the legs, rock ourselves a little forward and back towards your head and away, letting yourself rock from front to back. And then holding on to your big toes, or again, inside your legs. We're gonna open and just bring the legs together, open and bring them together, letting yourself flap the legs again, just like wings. Soft movement. We're not trying to stretch here anything too far, too intense. We're just letting ourselves gently find some movement. And then after a few of those, bring your knees again into the chest. Relax your back. Now we'll take our arms and legs up and take it into a little shake. Let's shake it off. Imagine like you're, whatever it is you want to shake off energetically, just let it go. Shake it off. Shake it off. And then still yourself for a moment. Let the energy settle. And then from here, we'll take a couple of gentle circles through the arms and the legs as if they were to move on their own. You don't control them, just let them do their own thing. Small circles. Maybe go in one direction, whatever that is, and then taking them the other way. And then maybe a little more shaking. Taking your knees into the chest. From here, we'll take it into a little cow face leg stretch here. So let's cross one leg on top of the other above the knee. We're going to try to level our ankles, holding on to your feet, and just feel that nice stretch to the outside of your thighs. Hold it here. Release. Let's uncross and cross the other way, finding our cow face legs on the other side. Hold it here for a few breaths. Again, release. Take a couple more hip circles each direction. And then we'll take it into supine pigeon. Let's slide right ankle to the left thigh. Clasp over your shin behind your thighs. Draw your knees towards the chest. So the bolster is helping you here. You don't even have to hold your legs. You can just release your arms out to the side as well. Hold here. Any little movements that feel good for the hips. And eventually left foot steps down to the ground. We're going to cross our right leg over the left above the knee and then scoot your hips slightly to the right and drop both knees to the left. And just take a little intertwined legs twist here on the bolster, letting your head maybe turn away from your knees. Hold here for a few breaths. And then we come again into the center, uncross the legs, find our bridge pose, so hips stay centered. And then we switch it to the other side of the pigeon. Left ankle goes to the right side. I'm going to bring our legs in. Again, you can hold behind the thigh, over your shin, or let the arms rest alongside your body. See how this side feels. One side may feel different from the other. That's normal. We're rarely fully symmetrical on both sides. Just be wherever you are. No judgment. And then when you're ready, again, we'll release right foot down, cross left leg over the right above the knee, scooching the hips slightly to the left, and then releasing knees, intertwined legs to the right. You can turn your head away from your knees and look to the left. And if intertwined legs feel too intense, you can always opt for the legs together twists. When you're ready, we'll come back into the center, uncross the legs, shake off the hips, coming back into our supported bridge pose. Soften the belly. Notice if there's any tension anywhere, just letting everything soften a little bit. And then we're gonna walk legs forward. It could be one leg at a time if that feels more supportive. It could be both legs coming into our lengthening through the front body. Just make sure it does not feel uncomfortable or pinching your lower back. And let yourself rest here. Deep breath in and out. Walk your knees, again, bending the knees, walk your feet in. Let yourself straighten the legs up towards the ceiling. Just holding this gentle inversion. A couple of options here. You can hold your legs up and just stay here for a couple of minutes, improving the circulation, the lubrication of the tissues, stimulating lymphatic system, letting yourself hang here. If anybody wants to take it all the way into the plow pose, if that is in your practice and it feels comfortable to hang in, you can take your plow pose here with the legs over your head. If you are in that plow, you're going to slowly, gently, softly release your hips back on the bolster. And again, you don't have to go fully in the plow. The bolster will help you to tilt those legs right over your head. So you can just stay here. Very nice, supported, comfortable position. And then gently release, hugging your knees into the chest. And letting yourself come back, bringing one foot at a time down to the ground. Lift your hips up, slide your bolster out of the way. And then from here, we're going to come up for a moment. And next we will come into our frog inversion, but instead of my usual yoga trapeze, I will be using the bolster to elevate the hips and create a little bit of an inversion and decompression of the lower back, as well as the strap to create support and pressure onto the hips to open a little bit more. So if you want to try that, you will need again our bolster and the strap, yoga strap that has a buckle to make a loop. So I'm starting with this pretty wide, big, nice loop. I'm going to take it over my waist. So just like a nice wide opening here, because we'll be getting the legs through it. So keep it wide first. And then we'll lie down and bring our hips once more on the bolster, just like we did before. Hips supported by the bolster. This is our decompression part. And then as we get the legs in, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring that strap inside the legs. I'm in an inversion. Imagine like I'm going over that trapeze. Instead, I'm going to hook the feet into the strap, kind of letting them come into the strap. And then I'm going to use that loose end to bring it closer, however close you want to be. Because what's going to happen is the strap here is going to fully support your hips from the waist all the way around. So it should feel nice and comfortable. You can release your knees down and just let yourself hang, feeling that gentle pressure from the strap, full support under your hips of the bolster. I'm gonna hang here for maybe a couple of breaths, maybe a couple of minutes. 2-3 minutes, a yin variation of the hold would be really great here. Letting everything soften and relax. Relax your shoulders away from your neck, relax the muscles around your face. And let the props fully support you. So you're not holding yourself up, you're not holding your legs up, you let the feet really release into the strap. And you may find as you're holding longer, you're gonna kind of lower down a little bit more. Maybe you will even adjust your strap and you pull it a little tighter if it feels like you're getting too loose. So just notice, be curious about this hold and about the sensation that comes through the body as you're holding. There's no right or wrong way here, as long as it feels supportive and comfortable for you. Breathing, softening the belly, letting everything relax. So stay here as long as you like. And then once you're ready to come out of the posture, you're just going to bring your feet closer towards you, tilting towards the head, so you can pull that strap out. Bring your feet down to the floor, back into the supported bridge pose. Soften, relax here. And then lifting the hips up, we're going to push that bolster out of the way, roll to the side, and start making our way up. I hope you enjoy this practice without the yoga trapeze, but still with a lot of comfort, support, and openness and spaciousness, lubrication through the hips, through the hip joint. So enjoy and come back later. Subscribe for more practices like this and continue whenever you feel ready.